What's your name? Hi, my name is Darci Lynne. Who is that? Tatooine is my name. We look like dolls. What is that? A rabbit? Yes. Darci Lynne, who is 12 years old, won the hearts of millions of people with her amazing ventriloquist act on America's Got Talent. When she won the competition with her amazing puppet skills and great singing, she became famous right away. Like, I think I have this unique skill and maybe I can do it. To be honest, I don't know. I had a strong desire to go on the show. Behind the cheers and the spotlight, though, there's a sad story that most people don't know about. Darci's trip wasn't all good times and happiness. The young star also had to deal with something very personal. At age 19, Darci Lyne has finally come forward to prove what we all thought. What did she really say? Come with us as we talk about what the 19-year-old star revealed that shocked fans. Before we start, though, let's take a look at how the young star Darci Lynne got started. Darci Lynne Farmer was born in Oklahoma City on October 12, 2004. She lives there with her 3 boys, Nick, Dalton, and Nate. Clark and Misty Farmer have a daughter named Lynn. Lynn liked to sing a lot. Because her parents pushed her to get over being shy, she competed in the 2014 International Cinderella Scholarship Program and won the title of International Mini Miss. When she met Larissa Bonacquisti, the world teen champion, at the contest, she became interested in ventriloquism. Lynn was on the 2014 season of Edmund's Got Talent and won first place after working hard for a month and getting help from Bonacquisti. Lynn's performance made ventriloquism coach Gary Owen so happy that he offered to be both her business manager and teacher. Owen and voice coach Tiana Plemons have both worked with Lynn since then. When she was younger, she won first place on both Oklahoma's Got Talent and Oklahoma Kids the next year. American Kids in Branson, Missouri gave her awards for Broadway, specialty shows, and Entertainer of the Year. Lynn went to nearby Deer Creek Middle School in Edmond, Oklahoma, until the 8th grade when she started being taught at home. It was missed that she went live on America's Got Talent on the first day of 7th grade. What reasons made Darci's amazing success possible? What big secrets has she told us in the last few years? Read on to learn more about her journey and the brave truths she has shared along the way. Darci Lynne is known as the ventriloquist sensation. When she won America's Got Talent at age 12, Darci Lynne became a star right away. She used to be shy and loved ventriloquism and singing. Darci learned how to connect deeply with her audience and master ventriloquism from her guide Gary, even though she was still very young. He taught her not only the skill, but also how to interact with crowds, which helped her do well in both music and ventriloquism. In the same way, Usher and Phineas, who worked with stars like Justin Bieber and Billie Eilish, helped shape their ability and confidence. This shows how important it is for young artists to have mentors. Darci also helped her gain stage courage, which is important for anyone who performs. Plus, Darci has a record deal with a big company. One might wonder how a young ventriloquist got a record deal. Gary was more than just a professional skills mentor. He taught her how to connect with people on an emotional level, which made her shows unforgettable. This all-around support gave Darci the confidence to take charge of any stage, whether she was talking through dolls or singing high notes. Simon Cowell saw Darci Lynne right away after she won America's Got Talent and signed her to his record label, Psycho Music. Psycho, which is known for making stars like One Direction and Little Mix, gave Darci a once-in-a-lifetime chance. With access to the best musicians and songwriters, Darci was able to make the amazing music that we all love. Even more amazing is the fact that Darci can sing really well as ventriloquism. Psycho Music helped her plan shows, record songs, and even make TV features so she could show off both of her skills. Because she had so much support, Darci was able to focus on making people laugh while Psycho helped her grow and connect with more friends. Because Gary Owen had been a ventriloquist and comedian for a long time, he became her instructor and helped her become famous. He was the one who helped her become the star we all admire today. It can be hard to know where to start in the entertainment business because it's easy to focus only on professional skills. Gary knew, though, that the key to real success was making a real link with the crowd. Think about how many young people have the skills to really shine but lack the courage or presence to do so. Gary's job was to make sure that Darci not only got good at what she did, but also learned how to think in any situation. However, she may have achieved success without Gary's help. His influence sped up her path, showing how important it is to have the right guide. That's why the next time you see Darci Lynne act, remember that someone helped her become so talented. Darci's journey with Gary Owen is truly inspiring, whether you're a fan of ventriloquism or just like seeing talented actors. Wait until you see what the next part is about to see what the surprise is. The rise of Darci to fame. Darci Lynne, the young ventriloquist who wowed viewers on America's Got Talent, quickly became a fan favorite thanks to her amazing skills and sweet attitude. People were amazed at how well she could sing and ventriloquize to bring dolls to life. But what the show didn't show was the real story behind Darci's success, the years of hard work, the problems she overcame, and the unexpected factors that made her the star she is now. Darci Lynne's rise to fame on America's Got Talent was truly amazing. She is truly unique because she has always been dedicated, worked hard, and loved her job, even before she became famous. For her to be successful, she had to spend a lot of time improving her skills, connecting with her audience, and staying true to herself. Many kids would watch a show and forget about it right away, but Darci was interested enough in this unique art form to learn more. What began as a simple interest turned into a strong desire, which pushed her to learn how to throw her voice and bring her dolls to life. Still, ventriloquism isn't easy. It requires a lot of concentration, control over your voice, and physical balance. To get better at what she did, Darci practiced in front of a mirror for hours on end until she could speak without moving her lips, which took a lot of concentration. Along with getting good at the technical side, Darci also had to learn how to add humor and personality to her shows. It's about giving that puppet a real personality. This meant Darci had to work on her funny timing, her ability to tell stories, and her ability to make things up on the spot. She watched how other ventriloquists did their jobs and used what she learned to make her own style. A big part of Darci's success was her amazing ability to combine music and ventriloquism. This unique mix was not often seen in ventriloquist shows, and it became her signature. Not only were Darci's dolls funny, but they could also sing. She knew right away that combining her singing and acting skills would give her an edge over the other contestants. As Darci gave each puppet its own personality and voice, her shows became more interesting, showing off not only her ventriloquism skills but also her amazing vocal range. Behind the scenes, she worked hard all the time. She didn't just rely on her natural skills. Instead, she spent hours every day improving her routines, coming up with new material, and making sure that each of her dolls had a unique personality. Each puppet came to life with charm and realism, whether it was a sassy, sure-of-herself diva or a cute, shy figure. People were captivated by them and couldn't help but fall in love with them. As you can see, each doll had its own personality and voice, and Darci worked hard to make sure that each show felt new and fun. She knew this was her big chance as she got ready for her America's Got Talent performance. She had been singing at events and talent shows in her area, but America's Got Talent was a whole new level with viewers from all over the country and tough competition. Darci took this chance with great focus because he knew how important it was to make an impression. Everything about her performance, from the song she chose to the character of the puppet to her stage appearance, was carefully thought out. She knew how important first impressions were. She was ready to make a good impression when she finally went on stage for her tryout. In spite of her nerves, everything changed when she brought out her puppet and started to act. It was like magic, because the audience and judges were drawn in right away by her ability. Everyone was surprised by not only how well she could do ventriloquism, but also how well her puppet could sing and act. It wasn't just about how good she was at technology. They laughed and cheered as they were amazed by her skills. She got a standing ovation and the prestigious golden buzzer for her act, which sent her straight to the live shows. A lot of people don't know this, but Darci didn't just sit back and relax after winning the golden buzzer. She knew that each round of America's Got Talent would take even more from her, so she felt a lot of pressure. But she faced it with the same drive and hard work that had gotten her this far. She spent a huge amount of time writing new material, perfecting the sounds of her puppets, and practicing her shows over and over again. She pushed herself artistically and technically every time she went on stage to surprise the crowd. On America's Got Talent, Darci gave acts that were nothing less than amazing. She brought something new to each round, like a new song, a different doll, or a twist that no one saw coming. The judges and viewers couldn't wait to see what she would do next. Darci didn't just act, she put together a whole show that showed how versatile she was as an entertainer. She was a great performer because she could switch between moods and characters so easily, whether she was singing a sad ballad or a funny routine. As she moved up in the race, she gained a lot more fans. Aside from her amazing skills, people were also drawn to her lively nature. Even though she was young, Darci had a lot of poise, humility, and thankfulness. She always thanked her family, especially her parents, for being there for her. She never let fame change who she was, which made her fans love her even more, because they saw her as a real artist with a unique talent. After all of Darci's hard work, the finale of America's Got Talent was the perfect show of her skills. She gave an amazing performance that left the judges speechless. She had already shown how good she was many times, but the end was where she really shone. In her last act, she combined ventriloquism, singing, and comedy so well that it showed off all the skills she had worked hard to improve. As soon as the results came out and Darci was named the winner, everyone was thrilled. USA people have voted. That would be Darci. She won $1 million and is the star of the big show in Las Vegas. This win was a heartfelt reward for her hard work and persistence. What was her life like after AT, and what was going to happen that would be so sad? Check back to find out. Public Performances by Darci Lynne. After she won America's Got Talent, Darci Lynne was busy with a lot of things. A guest on Ellen DeGeneres' show, and in Jeff Dunham's movie The Haunted House on Dunham Hill, she did a few things. In the movie, Darci took her dolls Edna, Petunia, and Oscar to Jeff's house to trick or treat, where they met Jeff's famous puppets, such as Walter, Ahmed, Peanut, and Bubba J. All the way through. She was also a special guest at the Tulsa Hard Rock Hotel and Casino show by Terry Fader. Terry, who was the second winner of America's Got Talent, sang with her in her last show. When Darci went back to Little Big Shots, the show where she made her national TV start, she said it was unforgettable, especially meeting Steve Harvey. She could have had a Las Vegas residency after winning America's Got Talent, but her family chose a tour instead, which Darci talked about on the Poltercast show. Her Darci Lynne and Friends live tour in 2018 was supposed to go to 5 places at first. But because so many people wanted to see it, it grew to 52 shows from January 2018 to January 2019. Around the same time that year, she also hosted 9 Christmas shows called Rocking Around the Christmas Tree with Darci Lynne and Friends. Many of Darci Lynne's young fans, especially those who wanted to be ventriloquists, were excited to show her their dolls while she was on tour. Darci told The Oklahoman that she wanted more people to try ventriloquism. She said, "I wanted to inspire others to give ventriloquism a try, and I love to say I achieved that goal. It's clear from these trips and these kids." Before they went on the trip, Darci had already started making new friends, some of whom were adults. There was a guest spot by Darci Lynne on Pentatonix's second annual Christmas special before she started her own Christmas shows. During the show, Darci introduced herself and her doll Petunia. She said she liked the Grammy-winning a cappella group. In a very funny move, Petunia said she didn't know who Pentatonix was, but after hearing them sing backstage, she said, "You're pretty good for humans." The group then joined Petunia in singing "Oh Easter Egg," a silly version of "Oh Christmas Tree." Because as Darci explained, Petunia didn't know much about human holidays. Petunia led the performance with Mitch Grassi, Kirsten Maldonado, Scott Hoying, and Kevin Olasola showing off their signature vocals. The crowd loved the fun moment. A lot of famous people were on the show, like Jay Leno, Jennifer Hudson, Howie Mandel, Brett Eldridge, and Kermit the Frog. Darci Lynne's own holiday show called Darci Lynne, My Hometown Christmas, came out in 2018. Guest performers on the show included Pentatonix, country stars Toby Keith and Hunter Hayes, and Lindsey Sterling, who was also on America's Got Talent. The show was filmed at her home church. Darci also asked Kristen Chenoweth, a Broadway and movie star, to make a special appearance at the party show. Darci did something different for her Christmas special by singing without her puppets, and saying that she wanted to do that more often in the future. She told her fans that ventriloquism would still be a big part of her show, but she also said that she wanted to focus more on singing, making music, and maybe even looking into TV jobs. The most recent thing Darci did was be a judge on Nickelodeon's Unfiltered, a game show that mixes parts of The Masked Singer and What's My Line, along with panelists like Gabrielle Novella Green from All That Darci Asks Secret Famous Guests, fun yes or no questions. Voice distortion and animated effects that hide the guests' faces give the show a fun twist that keeps the panel and fans guessing who is hiding behind the mask. What happens when Darci decides to live in Paris instead of Hollywood? Check back to find out. Darci's first time playing. In the musical drama A Cowgirl Song, which came out in 2022, Darci played Brooke, a rodeo rider who is eager to return to her sport after an accident that changed her life. Cheryl Ladd, who is known for her part in Charlie's Angels, plays Brooke's caring grandmother in the movie. Nickelodeon's Night Squad star Savannah Lee May plays Brooke's sister Haley, who wants to be a country music star. Savannah and Darci became good friends while the movie was being filmed, both on and off set. Darci thanked Savannah for always being there for her and being ready to answer all of her questions. Savannah often gave Darci good advice, especially about her desire to become an actress. "There's so much music involved," she said. "The music is such an important part of this project that I really wanted to be a part of it." The imaginary people wrote and played the music in the movie, and Darci is listed as a co-writer on the song Just Breathe. In a very important part of her role, Darci had to cry, and the message of her song helped her feel better by telling her to just breathe. She later talked about how proud she was of herself for finishing that scene, and even made a music video for the song. Even though ventriloquism is what most people think of when they think of her, Darci recognized how important it was and also talked about how she had grown as an artist in other ways. "Of course I love ventriloquism very much. It's something I've done for 8 years," she said. Darci said she was excited to try other artistic things, especially acting and writing songs, even though she still enjoys writing. She also told her friends that ventriloquism would always be a part of her life. How did Darci feel when she went back to the stage that made her famous all over the world? Let's take a look and see. The return of Darci to the America's Got Talent stage. The America's Got Talent winner, who is 19 years old, is back on America's Got Talent Fantasy League and ready to show that she still has the skills to be a top talent and maybe even win. Darci Lynne, who was on Heidi Klum's dream team, took a chance by going back to the America's Got Talent stage to show another side of her personality. It is an honor that America chose me as one of their best artists to come back. I think there is some pressure though, she said. I feel like I need to live up to the person I was when I was 12. Today though, I'm going to do something different. Because I don't want to be put off. I think everyone will be surprised. The same pink puppet that helped Darci Lynne win the Golden Buzzer in Season 12 of American Idol quickly switched to the funny chat that had won them fans when she went on stage with her. But Darci Lynne quickly told him that she thought this time their relationship might be different. Okay, Petunia, this isn't just about you, and I'm 19 now, she said, feeling like she was old enough to handle things on her own. The fan favorite surprised everyone by taking her hand off of Petunia and letting the puppet fall to the ground. She then started singing "I've Got the Music in Me" with all her heart. Afterwards, she grabbed a guitar and began to play by herself. Thankfully, Lynne didn't leave her loyal friend completely. Not long after that, Petunia appeared out of nowhere. She came to life on her own and joined the group for a few songs and chair dances, making a unique mix of old and new. At the end of the rock-influenced track, as the crowd cheered, Klumix said that the show was absolutely fantastic. "I'm glad you didn't give up on Petunia completely," she said. "That's how we fell in love with you." However, not every judge got the same warm welcome. James Corden and Mel B, the judges, both said that they liked Lynne's older style of comedy and ventriloquism better. Mel B said, "I think the music and everything else took away from what you're so good at, and I almost loved how simple what you were doing back then was. Will Darci's skills continue to grow beyond the stage where she first became famous?" Keep listening to find out what Darci can do outside of AGT. Darci's future in show business looks bright and full of opportunities. She is already well known for her ventriloquism, singing, and funny personality. Now she is adding another skill to her list by learning how to play the guitar. She recently posted a picture of herself playing her 6-string guitar on Instagram with the words "What a Night" written below it. She has almost 5 million users on TikTok, which is one of her social media sites where fans can see her band practice and perform. Darci's flexibility is clear when she mixes different types of music with her own unique energy, especially in her lively performances with Petunia. Fans can't wait for her live shows, which include rock and roll, ventriloquism, and music. Anyway, Darci is at a very important point in her work. Like many young stars who become famous because of unique skills, Darci has to deal with the challenge of becoming more than what people first saw her, as well also meeting the changing needs of her fans. Being the first child ventriloquist to perform at the evening show of the International Ventriloquist Convention was a big deal. She's also one of only a few children and women to win America's Got Talent. During her trip, Darci saw how many young fans want to be ventriloquists and were excited to show her their puppets. Her success comes from how talented she is. She is still dedicated to ventriloquism, but she is also excited to try acting and writing songs. Some people are worried that she won't be able to reach the same level of success in her new activities, but Darci's journey shows that she not only learns new skills, she really shines at them. From a talented child to a national star after winning one of TV's biggest events, she has come a long way. Based on her impressive track record, it's clear that Darci is ready to take on the challenges of her future projects and once again achieve great success. Could ventriloquism be the start of Darci's artistic growth? What problems has she had to deal with in her life? Keep reading to find out more. The shocking change in Darci Lynne. The winner of Season 12 of America's Got Talent, Darci Lynne, is making waves in the music business with her new song. Push Our Luck. She also showed off a stylish new look. The 19-year-old girl cut her long hair into a stylish bob and posted a picture of herself on Instagram with the message out with the old and kissing face emojis. She even put up a movie showing how stunning her new hair looked before and after. She called it her blonde bob era. Darci recently went back to the AGT stage for the America's Got Talent Fantasy League, where she played with Petunia, the bunny puppet she loves. In a brave move, she put Petunia on hold for one episode to perform her own song, Push Our Luck. She told Judge Heidi Klum, who was part of her dream team in my heart, "I feel like I have to do this." Klum was aware of the extra pressure this change brought, saying, "Now you're among all the singers, so I feel like the pressure is extra." Klum told Lynne, "As an artist, it's important to trust your instincts even though Lynne didn't make it to the top 3 in the semifinals. Sometimes you just have to tune out the noise and do what feels right. You did what you wanted to do, even though it might be dangerous." In February 2024, Lynne told People, "I started writing music while I was in quarantine, and it has become a big part of my life." Ventriloquism has helped me get to many places and meet many wonderful people along the way. Now I want to show this side of myself and show that I can do well as a single artist while singing with my mouth open. Lynne didn't win America's Got Talent Fantasy League, but her fans are excited to see what's next in her career after hearing her new song and seeing how she's changed. A lot of people are amazed at how much Darci Lynne has changed recently, but she has also chosen to share a very sad story. What is the terrible truth that she has finally admitted? Read on to find out about the mental journey that has made her life what it is today. Darci Lynne finally says it's true. As Darci Lynne fought cancer, she had to deal with a big personal problem. After going through tough treatment and showing amazing strength, they will be cancer-free in July 2020. Hello, my name is Darci Lynne, and I'm happy to say that Love Your Melon is helping me fight cancer. Even though no one knows what kind of cancer she had, her trip through this difficult time was not kept secret. Darci chose to use her fame to not only talk about her own experiences, but also to bring attention to cancer and help people who are dealing with it. She became a strong supporter of cancer awareness and used her fame to bring attention to the cause. One of the most important things she did was give money to the Oklahoma-based Toby Keith Foundation, which helps kids with cancer. As the night went on, it became clear that a big event was being marked the Toby Keith Foundation fundraiser's 20th anniversary. Darci talked about how excited everyone was and how the event was meant to help the OK Kids Corral. There was a lot of energy in the air as the silent auction showed an amazing accomplishment. More than $1 million was raised to help families whose children are fighting cancer. The way everyone in the community worked together for this cause was truly encouraging. Darci has shown that she is more than just a performer through this gift and her other actions. A young woman with a strong voice in the fight against cancer who is making a real difference in other people's lives. Darci's story isn't just about how talented she is on America's Got Talent, it's also about how strong and kind she is. She continues to inspire many people with her bravery and drive, showing that even in tough times, it is possible to make a difference. But her story isn't over yet. Did you know that Darci Lynne can do more than just ventriloquism? That's right, she really loves dancing and plays the ukulele and piano for fun. She can do a lot more than just sing and talk to her dolls. Darci learned to play the piano when she was young and enjoyed making music and learning new songs. One of her best ways to have fun and express herself is to play the piano. Another important part of her musical repertoire is dancing. Darci loves to dance as part of her shows, whether it's a planned routine or just moving to the music. She can connect with her audience better when she dances, and it makes her shows more exciting. She has also said she wants to learn hip-hop dance because of how cool the moves and beats are. Although Darci is known for being a ventriloquist, her desire to try new dance styles shows that she wants to improve her skills beyond what people see her do on stage. This 12-year-old ventriloquist has won the hearts of many people across America. Her journey as a performer gives her story more meaning. How do you feel about Darci's rise to fame and the problems she had to deal with along the way? Leave your thoughts and ideas in the area below for comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts on her moving story. Thanks for seeing this movie. We hope it was interesting for you. Remember to like and subscribe. You can watch the next movie on your screen to catch up on your favorite celebrity news. I'll see you there.